Om Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarvavighnopashantaye Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham karishyami siddhirbhavatu me sada yenakshara samamnayam adhigamya maheshwarat kritsnam vyakaranam proktam tasmai paninaye namaha Pakyakaram Vararuchim Bhashakaram Patanjalim Paninim Sutrakarancha Pranatosmi Munitrayam Bhagartha Viva Sampraktau Bhagartha Pratipattaye Jagatah Pitaro Vande Parvati Parameshwarau Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om A I Un Rilik E Ong I ouch Haya Varat Lan Nyamangananam Jabhanya Ghadadash Jabagadadash Kapachatatav Gapai Shashasar Hal Iti Maheshwarani Sutrani Om Tip Thas Ji Sip Thas Tha Mip Vas Mas Ta Atham Jha Thas Atham Dhvam It Vahi Mahinga. This looked so unfamiliar, and now it's starting to come, right? We were suo just, but we're gonna try it without the it letters. Sa o aha. You can repeat after me, okay? Sa o aha. O aha. Abhyam bihi. E bhyam bhyaha. Fifth case. Aha bhyam bhyaha. Sixth case. Aha oho am. Aha oho am. Seventh case. I oho su. I oho su. And then o aha. O aha. Yeah, because with the Sambodhana, there's not always change in the singular. And so this is the same thing, right, as the suo just without the it letters. You know, we want to learn it both ways, but when we're really doing the consonant ending words, we're just adding these, right? Finally. But this becomes this. So notice how there's no eighth section here because there's only 7 cases, right? Sambodhana is only a variation of the first case. Okay, it's only a variation of the first case. Okay, so we'll go to our sadhana bodhini. Okay. Om Namaskritya Gurum Bhaktya Brahmatmananda Rupinam Sadhanasyopadeshtaram Purve Sadhana Bodhinim. So let's just quickly see how this text has grown so far of what we've seen, right? So Shloka 1 was the prayer. Shloka 2 was talking about, was talking about pramana, right? So the Veda is a pramana. It's known as, first part is known as Karmakanda and the second as Vedanta, okay? So we're starting to build this. Then we saw Shloka 3. Now we know that there's two things. So now the Karma Kanda talks about action, but that whole thing is limited. Okay, all action is limited. So moksha is not brought about by action, right? Further, it can bind the doer if not done properly. Seekers of moksha cannot expect eternal moksha from karma. Okay, so see how this is evolving, right? There's karma kanda. We're talking about karma kanda and karma. What do you think we're going to talk about next? Actually, to be trick you a little bit, we're still going to talk about karma. Okay, but karma, that same action, if done well with karma yoga, with the attitude of karma yoga, so this is the bridge, right? The bridge between the two. Same action done with the attitude of karma yoga becomes the means for moksha. Natu bandhana karakam, not the cause of bondage. We were seeing this last time. And there should be an attitude of prasad buddhi, offering to the Lord. Sorry, Ishwararpana buddhi, offering to the Lord, and prasad buddhi. Right, so Ishwararpana buddhi and prasad buddhi while doing the action and receiving the result, respectively. Okay, so really we haven't talked about Vedanta technically. We've only talked about karma and karma yoga. Okay, because this text is called sadhana bodhini. It's talking about the sadhanas, the means to grow. So all the preparatory means that even to get into Vedanta. Okay. Here's the next one. Okay, we'll see this one today. You can repeat after me. Etena karma yogena Shuddhir bhavati manasi Ragadikshaya rupasa Ragadikshaya rupasa Bhave jnanasya bhumika Bhave jnanasya bhumika. So the sandhi is here, right? Etena karma yogena, then shuddhihi bhavati manasi ragadikshaya rupa. That's one word, samasa, right? Compound word, sa. And then this becomes bhavet. Takara becomes jakara. Okay, so bhavet jnanasya bhumika. So if we look at this, just looking at the translation, okay, first, by this karma yoga, mental purification takes place. So we're still talking about karma yoga. Now, what is the result of karma yoga? Right? We saw what is karma yoga in the previous verse. Ishwarpana buddhi and prasada buddhi. Now, what is the result? Mental purification takes place. That purification is in the form of reduction of raga, dvesha, cravings, etc. And the resulting purity becomes a fertile ground for knowledge. Okay, is the translation clear? Question about should we pronounce the jakara? So bhaveg. So should we say bhavej jnanasya? If you have to kind of say it together, and if you say it together, you won't really hear it. Bhavegnya, bhavegnya, bhavegnya. So it's like almost like gakara because it's nya. Bhavegyanasya bhumika. So because it's the nya, we get it. It's like it's not ja, strong ja. Bhavegyanasya bhumika. Okay, so I just rearranged the order a little bit. And these are pretty straightforward sentences, so I think it'll be nice. Okay, does someone want to give the cases for this first sentence? Manasi shuddhihi etena karma yogena bhavati. Okay, so should we do it together or you want to try it out? Okay. Okay, we'll do it together then. Why don't we do it together, okay? What is the verb? Okay, can you catch the verb? Yeah, you got it. Bhavati, right? Bhavati. That's pretty straightforward. So bhavati, we know. If we know anything, we know bhavati. Okay. What is bhavati? Bhudhatu, 1p, to be. Then lat lakara, kartri prayoga, prathama purushaha, ekavachana. So you see the style? So to give dhatu information, then all the lakara, prayoga, and number. Okay, so something is. Something is. Okay, then we got to catch which case? We have to catch the first case, right? When you have a verb, you always want to catch the first case. Now this is kartri prayoga, so the first case will be kartari prathama. Yeah? Okay, we know that automatically. Now, if you look for the first case, we know etena karma yogena, that doesn't look like first case. Okay? It's like ramena. Etena karma yogena, ramena. We know that's not first case. You know what case it is. That's third case, right? So let's, even though we're going a little backwards. So then shuddhihi, yeah, it looks like it can be first case. Manasi, yes or no? You have to give the Indian head shake, yes and no. Yes, 1-1. Both of these are 1-1. Okay. Okay, so manasi shuddhihi bhavati. Okay, let's give this. So what is the information for shuddhihi? So pratipadika shuddhi. Okay. Now this looks like hari, but it's actually feminine. So this is like mati. I don't know if I put mati here. I didn't put mati, but it's a mix between hari and what's the feminine? Nadi, long. There's a mix. So this is feminine, strilinga. So shuddhi, ikaranta, strilinga, pratama vibhakti, ekavachanam, kartari pratama to bhavati. Okay, so shuddhi bhavati. So we have to give the last letter gender, ikaranta, strilinga, and then we give all the other information. First case singular, then vibhakti artha. Yeah. Okay. So shuddhi bhavati. So purification. Shuddhi, purification. So purification is. Okay. Now, what kind of purification? Manasi. Okay. It's not jalla shuddhi. It's not water purification. It's not anything else. It's manasi shuddhi. This word manasi, originally we get the word manas, right? Mind. You can add, then you add a suffix, this e suffix, and it becomes manasi, feminine. If we're curious about that, I can talk a little bit more about that near the end, but we don't want to get stuck there right now. So we can come back if you're curious. So manasi shuddhi. So this is, so difference between manas and manasi. Manas is mind. Manasi is that which belongs to the mind. That which belongs to the mind. And so what would that be? Like we would use the word mental, right? All things that belong to the mind are mental. Mental thoughts, mental acts, mental prayer, right? All that belongs to the mind is called mental. So mental purification is. So what's the relationship between these two words? Starts with an S. Samanadikaranam. Okay. So this is adjective, vishesha, and the shuddhi is visheshana. Yeah. Adjective, substantive. Vishesha, visheshana. Okay. Now it is etena karma yogena. Okay. Let's start with karma yogena. So what's the pratipadika? Karma yoga. Right? So this is akaranta. What gender? Punlinga. Tritiya vibhakti. Ekavachanam. So you see, last letter, gender, then we get into the numbers. Third case, singular, and then vibhakti artha. So karma yogena. So manasa shuddhi, karma yogena. So we call this, I'll give you a clue. So the ka. Oh, that, okay. It could be, so Nilamaji wrote heto. It could be heto because of karma yoga, because I was thinking more simply, yeah, karane tritiya. It's the karanam. It's the means by which, it's the method by which you get. Karana is the instrument. So it's the instrument by which you get. So either is fine, actually. They both will work. But since, yeah, we don't, so actually both can be fine. This translation can point to either by, because of this karma yoga. Okay. We'll just take Karane Tritiya for simplicity, right? So let's say Karane. Okay, so this is by, I'm just going to put KY, by Karma Yoga. Now it says Etena Karma Yogena. Okay, Pratipadika of Etena is not etad. Right? Like Tena, Pratipadika is tad. Etena, Pratipadika is etad. Yeah, let's look at this, right? This is etad. This is like long time ago we saw this. Etad. Eshaha, you can say it with me. Eto, ete. Etam, you can say without looking too. Eto, etan. Etena, etabhyam. So you see that long? Etabhyam. Etaihi. Almost like Ramaihi or Taihi. Then etasmai, etabhyam, etebhyah, etasmat, etabhyam, etebhyah, etasya, etayoho, etesham, etasmin, etayoho, eteshu. It's like sarva. We saw sarvasmai, sarvasmat, sarvas. Yeah, like that. Okay. So it's good to just go back to some of those basic ones, right? Once in a while. Okay. Manasa Shuddhi Karma Yogena Bhavati. So mental purification is by Karma Yoga, but by Etena Karma Yoga, by this Karma Yoga. Why is it saying etad and not tad? Does anybody want to, you can raise your hand and I can unmute you if you can guess. Yeah. Neelimaji, you want to unmute yourself?
I thought we could use both etad and etad.
Yeah, we can use. So I'm saying, why do you think the author here, instead of putting tad, that, they put, instead of saying tena, they put etena?
Just to make it more prominent or make it more significant, just so that it's to give more value to it.
Okay, to put more value to it. So what's the difference between tad and etad? What does etad mean?
Tad is that, and etad is this.
This. Okay, so what's the difference between that?
But that is far away and this is close by.
Yeah, this is close by. So what's the topic here?
Self.
This topic is Karma Yoga. So this is the relevant topic, right? So it's not some faraway topic like we talked about Karma Yoga 10 verses ago and now we have to come back. This is the relevant topic. So that's why it. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
And these are samana dhikarana, right? Etena karma yogena. Okay. So Now, to clean this up, we could say, so mental purification takes place by karma, by this karma yoga. Okay, mental purification takes place by this karma yoga. The author writes, by this karma yoga, mental purification takes place. Okay, just to make it more in English prose. Okay, saragadi kshaya rupa. Okay, sa. This is also Pratipadika's tad. Okay, this is tad, but strilinga. Strilinga. So sa, instead of saha, it's sa. So this is tad shabda. Tad shabda, it's a sarvanama. This is strilinga. Prathama vibhakti ekavachanam. Kartari prathama tu bhavati. And rupa. This is, so the whole word is ragadik shaya rupa. So akaranta, strilinga, prathama vibhakti ekavachanam, kartari prathama tu bhavati. Yeah. So sa. Why are we using feminine sa and rupa? Because it can be saha or it can be rupaha or rupam. This rupa can be in any gender. Because what are we talking about? Yeah. I can see it in your lips. We're talking about which word was feminine in the previous sentence? Yeah, manasi and shuddhi, both were feminine. These two words are feminine. Remember, shuddhi, 1-1, strilinga. So shuddhi, we're still talking about shuddhi, purification, manasi shuddhi. This is all feminine. It's referring to shuddhi. So sa. So that sa shuddhi, that purification is rupa. Rupa means, what does rupa mean? Form. Right? So it's in the form. In the form of kshaya. So you have to go right to left. What is kshaya? It's reduction, or removal. Removal, reduction. Reduction of what? Ragadi. Of raga, etc. So what is shuddhi? Shuddhi is in the form of, so when we say chitta shuddhi, what does chitta shuddhi mean? It means removing raga. And etc. We stand, what does come by etc.? Dvesha. And viparyaya, opposite conclusions. Right? So in the form of removal of raga, etc. That is what purification is. So you notice this nice samasa here, right? Yeah. The samasa. So this is where we say, that word kshaya. We say mamopata, samasta durita kshaya. Right? Mamopata, samasta durita kshaya, Shri Parameshwar Pityartham, aham idam karma karishye. Right? So I do this karma Samasta durita kshaya. For the kshaya, removal of durita, any impurities, samasta durita, all impurities. So this is when we do the puja or any sort of prayer, we say this. So this is same thing here. Kshaya is in the form of raga, etc. Or papa, can be papa as well. Last part of the sentence. Sacha jnanasya bhumika bhavet. Okay, catch the verb. Bhavet. Bhavet, we've seen this. Bhavet is not bhu dhatu, 1p to be, not lat lakara, right? What we call this vidhiling when you say bhavet. Vidhiling. This word bhavet comes commonly. Vidhiling. So may it be. So we'll say. I'm just going to put vidhiling. Okay. Now, this is also kartri prayoga. Okay, it's active voice. Okay, so sa bhavet. Sa, what are we referring to by sa? It's feminine. Shuddhihi, which is also feminine. Okay, it's always this whole good to carry it through. So shuddhihi bhavet. So may that purification purification be jnanasya bhumika. Bhumika, right, is bhumi is the earth, right, or the ground. So when we say bhumika, it's the same thing. Bhumi and bhumika, they mean the same thing. And so bhumika is this fertile ground or the fertile earth. You add one suffix to bhumi, but it becomes bhumika, but it's the same meaning here. So bhumika, so the ground or the fertile ground for what? The ground of what? Jnanasya. Jnanasya, of knowledge. So jnanasya, what is the pratipadika? Jnanam. Right? Akaranta, napumsakalinga. Akaranta napumsakalinga, jnanam, like phalam, shashti vibhakti, ekavachanam, sambandhe shashti. Right? The shashti, we see sambandhe shashti to bhumika. To bhumika. So the ground of knowledge. May that shuddhi be the ground of knowledge. What does that mean, right? That once our mind has this purity, it is the fertile ground for knowledge, right? Then the seed just needs to be placed there. That's it. And then it can grow. Okay, so Manasi shuddhihi etena karma yogena bhavati. Right? By this karma yoga, mental purification takes place. Sa ragadikshaya rupa. That purification is in the form of reduction of likes and dislikes. Sacha, and that purification, bhavet, is or becomes jnanasya bhumika, the ground, fertile ground of knowledge. Yeah, we can read these sentences, understand them? Okay, let's just chant it and we can be done. Think of the meaning as you're chanting, right? This is nice. Etena karma yogena, by this karma yoga, shuddhir bhavati manasi, shuddhir bhavati manasi. There is mental purification. Right? There's mental purification. Raga dikshaya rupasa. Raga dikshaya rupasa. That purification is in the form of, what is in the form of? Likes and etc. Sorry, in the form of removal of likes. Yeah. Bhavejnanasya bhumika. Bhavejnanasya bhumika. And that is the fertile ground of knowledge. Yeah, that is the fertile ground of knowledge. Okay, so we'll finish there. I wanted to say something. What did I want to say? It's I was going to give information about Manasi, but it's not so important. Okay, I'll take a question. We'll say the prayer and then we'll go to break. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha Hari Om.